Welcome back, dear learners. In this video, we are going to learn about the next important document for a company, which is Articles of Association. Articles of Association is a very important document for a company because it contains the rules and regulations which guide the operation of a company. It defines the methodology which a company should follow for conducting its everyday task. Matters related to appointment of directors and handling of financial records are also streamlined in the Articles of Association. Section 2, subsection 5 of the Companies Act 2013 says that articles means the Articles of Association of a company as it was framed originally when the company was formed and also as it is altered from time to time. So you should remember that articles of a company govern the internal affairs or internal management of the company by providing bylaws for the same. In the last video, you learnt about Memorandum of Association, which is a document that defines the scope, objectives, and powers of the company. In this video, you will learn that Articles of Association govern how a company should run in order to achieve the objectives of the company. Now we will see what is the format for preparing the Articles of Association. Articles of Association can be prepared in the forms which are specified in Table F, G, H, I and J in Schedule 1 of the Companies Act of 2013. Table F contains the format of Articles of Association of companies which are limited by shares. Table G contains the format of Articles of Association of companies which are limited by guarantee and have a share capital. Table H has the format of Articles of Association for companies which are limited by guarantee and don't have a share capital. Table I contains the format of Articles of Association of unlimited companies which are having a share capital. Table J contains the format of Articles of Association of unlimited companies which are not having a share capital. The choosing of the format of the articles depends upon the type of the company. Once the article of association is prepared during incorporation, it has to be filed with the registrar of the company. While preparing the article of association, care should be taken to consider 2 points. That is, the articles of association align with the Companies Act, and second is that articles of association will remain subordinate to the Memorandum of Association. The Memorandum of Association is the supreme document and Article of Association is subordinate to it. Let us now look at the contents of the articles. The first thing is the articles will adopt the preliminary contracts which were initially made by the company's promoter who was setting up the company. Adopting the preliminary contract means agreeing to a preliminary contract and including it as a final contract of the company. Next, the articles contain details related to the share capital of a company, that is, number of shares, value of shares, and rules related to the transfer of shares, forfeiture of shares, and related matters. Articles will also contain the provisions for holding a shareholders meeting. Furthermore, the articles of a company consist of the rules related to conducting the meetings of a company and regarding various other committees which will be formed within the company. Various other committees will include Committee of Board of Directors, Committee of Auditors, Committee formed for remuneration purposes, and many others. So, in short, any matters which the company considers important for its management can become a part of the Articles of Association. Articles can also contain a clause of entrenchment. Let's understand the general meaning of entrenchment. Entrenchment refers to a deeply embedded attitude, habit, or belief that is firmly established, making it difficult or unlikely to change. For example, the notion that men don't cry. Typically, an article of association can be altered by passing a special resolution. However, the entrenchment clause, if present in the articles, makes such changes more difficult, requiring specific procedures. Next, we are going to see the process for alteration of articles of association for a company. The companies can alter their articles by adopting a new article of association or by changing or by substituting an existing clause or even by deleting or adding a new clause to the articles of association. The procedure for alteration of article is defined in section 14, which starts by holding a meeting of the board of directors with an agenda for altering the articles of association. The altered article should be in compliance with the Companies Act of 2013 and within the scope of Memorandum of Association for a company. Now, in the meeting, a resolution will be passed for altering the article. Next, a copy of the altered article has to be filed with the registrar of the company to complete the process. Let's now move ahead and see what is the effect of memorandum and articles of association. According to section 10, once a company registers its articles and memorandum, then this will have a threefold effect. First one, article of association and memorandum bind the members to the company. This means that the members should follow the rules and regulations set in the memorandum and articles of association. Second, company gets bound to the members. This means that members can take a legal action against the company if the company violates the rules and regulations which are set up in the memorandum and articles of association. The third effect is members inter se, which means that memorandum and articles of association bind various members of a company to each other. Members inter se does not create a contract between member to member. Its actual meaning is that the company can sue one member if he harms the interest of the other member. Finally, you should remember that articles and memorandum do not bind a member of a company to an outsider. The meaning of outsider here is a person who is not a member of a company, even though he might be the solicitor of a company. So with this, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for listening.